Hey, aren't you that food blogger that used to be a real estate agent?
Aren't you that realtor that does videos about food?
So Luna,
Yeah.
what's your go-to order here?
So I'll always get the enchiladas because they're well put together. The plating is gorgeous. So you've got the rolls here, and then you've got the sauce that it sits on, and then you've got like the cream, and then they add like flourishes to the cream. It's gorgeous.
Do you ever eat anything without filming it?
Without filming it?
Yeah.
Not often. In general, I think every bit of food is content for me. And so even if it's like travel and stuff like that, or if it's a meal I made at home, which is rare now, I very rarely get to eat at home, but yes, I'll photograph that and film it and put it out there.
Do you ever film anything and not put it out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens often.
So do you eat out every day?
I'm at the point where I visit 3 to 4 restaurants a day now.
Oh my God.
It is a lot of food. And so I'm at that point where I'm managing how much I eat, because otherwise I'll just
You have to.
Yeah, I'll be egregiously unhealthy.
Yeah. So how'd you get into real estate?
I was kind of wayfinding. I was looking for my path in life. I was in industrial design. That's what I was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I got a job as a designer at a skateboarding company that's defunct now. I hated it, and I was like, what am I gonna do? What kind of opportunities can I find? And so I went into I became a tax preparer. Hated that.
You did?
Yeah, really hated that.
I bet.
Yeah.
Because you're creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then going into real estate, I was like, okay, this could work.
Yeah.
I love the idea of just meeting people and networking, but reality struck real quick. You know, even though
this shit is hard.
10 years of just grueling work, because you have to grind.
Yeah.
Even when you're on top of it and you've got a huge SOI, you still had to work it. You know.
What was it that kind of sparked the interest in food and documenting food? And then my second part of that question is, what was the turning point when you were like, okay, I do see a path here?
So I've always worked in food. I grew up around it. My aunt
That's
had
right,
a restaurant.
yeah.
My parents had a restaurant. Well, they had a donut shop, which is adjacent. And when I worked with Chris Livingston, he was my first real estate partner, right out of fresh out of real estate school. He was a huge food guy. He loved food, and he used to write for the Long Beach Food Review.
Okay.
And I think that's what.
Is that still around?
It is definitely not. He's fully a real estate agent now. But he and Brian Addison were good friends too, and they everyone kind of knew everyone in that world, and so I got exposed to it. And I was like, I kind of like this food journalism thing, and I always kept that in my back pocket. And as I was going through my real estate career, I would visit different restaurants just because. I mean, what
it's part of the job.
Yes,
yeah,
it was part of the
you
job.
have lunch meetings.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I definitely found my passion through that, you know. Though I'm sure we're leading the story a bit, but yes.
And then what was the point where you were like, okay, I don't see real estate. It's not for me, but I see a path forward here with food journalism.
I transitioned from residential into commercial.
Okay.
And that's when it felt I was like, this is so boring. Residential, at least you had characters, right?
You're like, it's still hard, but now it's boring.
Yeah, it was incredibly boring, but it was great.
Yeah.
It's good money.
Yeah.
But that's not what.
It's so soulless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cold.
Tell me one of the most interesting stories that you've unearthed unexpectedly throughout all this.
Let's see. I was in North Long Beach because North Long Beach gets no love. It still does get no love. And there's this guy with this big old metal box smoking contraption, and just this Cambodian guy. He's wearing a cowboy hat. I'm sure you know this story.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. And he's set up in the parking lot, and he's selling barbecue out of it. And I'm like, this is cool. So I go, I stop, I try his barbecue, and I'm like, this is bonkers. It's Cambodian Texan fusion. And I'm like, this can only exist in Long Beach. He had like a Texan twang.
What?
And the whole getup. But I consulted with my colleague Brian Addison. He's the other food guy, and we were both like, let's blow this guy up. And he wrote about him on Eater. I blew him up on Instagram, and he's now like one of the most popular barbecue situations in LA.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he's like on like TV shows and stuff. He's the,
really?
Yeah,
you changed his life.
Yeah, the Cambodian Cowboy.
That is so
He's super marketable.
This looks so good. Okay, before we dive in, who takes longer to shoot their food?
Definitely not me. I can do it pretty efficiently. Even though I'm a little chaotic, I can handle it real quick. I know the exact story to tell from beginning to end.
So take me back. Before Long Beach Food Coma, what was there?
So my parents, they owned a donut shop as I was growing up. They owned it. It was a spot in Westminster. I don't remember the name. It had a generic name. But as a teen, I worked at my aunt's restaurant. She owned a Cambodian restaurant off of Cherry in Anaheim called Hat Hiang. You might recognize it. It's a big white building, blue tile roof, and I was miserable. I started out as a busboy, and eventually I worked my way up into the kitchen. So I learned how to cook everything. But,
how old were you?
Too young to work. We'll just say that. But yes, by the time I graduated high school, I was like, I knew how to cook their entire menu. And I'm just like, dude, I never want to be in the food industry again. I'm going to college. Yeah, it was miserable. So many hours, just like sweat, and you're like gross all the time. Yeah, I just couldn't do it. And that's why I went to school, got a degree in design, and then got a job in design, and then hated that. Hated everything I did until this point. But yes, that's the story.
When you highlight different places, how important is it to you when selecting them or accepting, places to highlight, that the cultural element is something that speaks to you?
That's definitely important to me. I prefer, we talked about this earlier about how, like, I'm not big on pan-cultural concepts.
Yeah.
I prefer very specific regional concepts. So like if you're a Mexican restaurant, I want to see Oaxacan, I want to see Sinaloan, I want to see Nayarit, I want to see like expressions of their tradition.
Yeah.
Maybe twist it a bit if they wanted to, but I feel like that's where like you're building off the shoulders of centuries of tradition, you know, rather than like throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of also an allegory for everything else like we talked about. Like, do one thing, do it well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, mastery.
How long have you been doing LB Food Coma?
11 years.
11 years. Do you remember the first post that like really took off?
It's kind of hard because what I do is iterative. And so I post it every single day. I'm that kind of person where it's just like, I've got a silly idea and I'm just gonna run its course. And I'm not big on the idea of perfection either, so I just
get it done.
Yeah, I just get it done. Throw it out there and it'll grow over time, it'll become perfect over time. Or whatever my version of perfect is. And I just did it enough times to where it's like I had different things pop off all the time. I think my biggest video might be on TikTok, which is not my primary platform, but it kind of gave me the go-to to go full time. I had this video of like a takoyaki vendor on the streets, and it did 11 million on TikTok, and I was like, all right, I could do this. It's so easy, so easy. And yeah, that's how it started. I just was consistent.
Yeah. Every
single day, video. That's what I'm doing now. It's just
consistency.
Yeah, a reel every day. My stories are active 24/7, so that bubble never goes off. I'm putting out trivia questions every day. It's
just engagement and consistency. Correct. And like brick by brick by brick. So you've said that Long Beach raised you. What does that look like?
Well, Long Beach has such a strong sense of community, and I think as I grew up here, I found that everyone kind of comes together to like just they support you, you know? Everyone's super cool, but with an edge. Like
Yes.
everyone's really chill, but they'll cut you if need be.
What was it like growing up here?
So I grew up in Cambodia Town, which is rougher. And then I've been in Bixby, which is nicer.
Yeah.
And so I've had the whole range of experiences. I think the common thread through all of my living experiences in this city is that despite being in those areas, everyone is still chill. Like everyone's really cool.
Yeah.
I found that no matter who they are, you can talk to them and they'll engage with you.
So what's kept you grounded throughout all this?
I think it's just my focus on my goals. So I've been wanting to uplift the city for ages, and I'm actually literally doing it. And so, you know, it's like the rising tides lift all sails situation.
Yeah.
I'm lifting up small businesses, and over time, I feel like the city blossoms.
So how does your Cambodian heritage influence what you do?
It definitely gives me more of an insight into cultures that are more specific. So like I'll look at Mexican food and I'll be like, oh, Mexican culture is not monolithic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got Oaxacan, you've got just different regions. There's like 32 states in
a big
Mexico.
country.
Yeah, it's huge. And so that's a big one for me. I look at Southeast Asia and people are like, what is Southeast Asia? Is it Thailand, it's Vietnam, it's Cambodia? People don't know these countries.
Yeah.
And that my heritage allows me to have that perspective. You know, I'm like, oh, well, it would be good for me to educate people on the depth of the world.
So what is it that you wish more people understood about Cambodia Town?
I wish that people knew it existed in the first place. So
Really?
like, yeah, people just drive right through Long Beach, and you know, Orange County and LA, when they think of Long Beach, they think of the Addicts Mac and Cheetos, probably our Michelin star restaurant, you know, and maybe the Fairmont and our hotels, the Shoreline Village, but Cambodia Town is such a distinct part of the city, and it's not highlighted enough, I don't think.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't ever see highlights on Cambodia Town.
So it would be great for people to actually discover Cambodian food, and you know, there should be guides on what's an approachable start to Cambodian cuisine. You know, I guess that's my mission at some point.
So what's next?
Do you like beignets?
Yeah.
I know the perfect spot. The beignets and the funnel cakes, just insanely good.
Yeah, I'm excited for the banana pudding filled
Yes,
one.
let's do that. Appreciate
Thank you. So what's next for LB Food Coma?
I think the next thing for me would probably be, firstly, to get the city to the point where when people are visiting for the Olympics, that they have destinations to go to within the city. Like, I'd like to activate the city. Secondly, I'd like to open up my own business, maybe a cocktail bar of sorts.
That's
So
exciting.
That's in the works. I have ideas. I'd like investors.
That's good to know.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what's next for LB Food Coma. I'm working on a tour in Bixby, so it's like a small, guided tour situation. And we're hoping to start there because there's a lot of, interesting movie houses and stuff like that. And then once that is a well-oiled machine, then we'll hope to expand it citywide.
Okay.
Specifically for the Olympics. And maybe it'll stick around, but I think it'll be a good way to get people beyond the bounds of downtown.
What was one of your favorite treats growing up?
I grew up with donuts.
Donut?
which
Of course you did,
beignets. Yeah. Cambodia was a French colony way back in the day.
Is that right?
Yes, and so I have, I definitely have some nostalgia for fried pastries and butter, but fried pastries.
I mean, butter.
Butter makes
Butter's
everything better.
Amazing. So you've been featured on some pretty reputable, high-profile news outlets. What does that feel like?
It's honestly been really fun. I love that kind of stuff. I love the media press junket. When I got invited to be covered by ABC7, I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so, I was on air. And then when I got interviewed by Ryan Seacrest for the radio, that was awesome. LAS and LA Taco is great because I worked backwards. So I started as an influencer, and then I started writing articles for them. And it's kind of cool because usually it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll start in journalism and then you'll end up being an influencer or something. So yeah, I enjoy it because I can carry that title, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm a journalist.
That is so cool. And it seems like it's just exponentially growing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Thank you.
What does success mean to you now?
I think I'm at the point where if I'm in a place where I'm happy and relaxed, I'm successful.
I love that.
Yeah, like I'm literally never stressed anymore. I mean, besides national, global stuff.
Yeah.
But that's like, who cares? It is. I can't control
You can't
it.
change
It is
that.
what it is. But yes, my day-to-day is great. I wake up, I enjoy what I do, I go to sleep, and I wake up and it continues.
I don't think anyone could ever ask for a better way of life than that. Right?
Exactly.
Like that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I think like everyone should strive towards that.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's why we work so hard. We work
You're
hard
right.
until we can just chill and vibe.
And eat. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And eat a lot.
I love that. So, thank you for spending the day with me.
Of course, you're welcome.
You really, truly are a Long Beach legend. In closing, I'd love to know, what do you hope that people feel when they visit a spot that you recommend?
Well, I hope that when I recommend a space that people go and they actually feel the warmth of the community, you know? Like the stories that are told through the culinary arts is beautiful, and I want people to go, dine, and just, you know, enjoy themselves.
I love that.
Yes.
It's so simple. I just spent a day with James from LB Food Coma. For the 1% of Long Beach that doesn't know him, he can be found at
LB Food Coma on Instagram.
And there you have it.